Does it look like we're mad at each other?
Are we mad at each other?
Yeah, I think Sarah is like, she's a little like upset about the traffic, and she's trying to say that she's not, but like, she really is.
I'm not upset about the traffic. I was upset at my response to the traffic. Like, it's fine if there's traffic, but
you weren't your best self.
But I was like, why am I getting so jacked up about traffic? Like, okay, this is what I was gonna say. Have you ever been trying to go to sleep at night? Okay, yeah. Obviously. Have you ever been trying to go to sleep at night and like your heartbeat is kind of coming out of your chest? You're like,
you're nervous.
You're nervous.
Yes.
You're
if
almost
you have a speech the next day.
Okay, if you have a speech the next day, but say you have no speech.
When are you giving speeches?
I don't know, but
every
the 5
day.
times in your life, you remember those.
Motherhood
nights.
is just one long monologue. You know what I mean? You're talking to someone who can't talk back. It's a speech every day. That's how it felt in the car. Like I was almost like, I'm stuck in this car and there's no way I'm getting out when I want to get out. You know? And so I just sat there.
Oh, you got all philosophical with it instead of just being like, I'm going from point A to point B.
Yeah. That was also in there. But I also like wanted to get like, I leave it at an appropriate time to get me here early so I can feel super settled. And so I was doing the opposite. Like I was getting so jacked up. I was like, this is the opposite of my goal. Like I try to get here so I can level out.
Yeah.
Like, I can be somewhat calm. But I turned up here like bat out of hell.
Yeah. 2 things. Isn't it interesting? Like, what is jacked up? Like,
I'll tell you jacked up.
Like carjacking, you go up.
Okay. Yeah. My energy level, like up.
If you're jacked up, maybe you're really excited.
I was super excited. Honestly, I was like,
what is jacked? Like, what does Jack have to do with this?
I don't know how Jack got involved, but jacked could mean like ripped.
Yeah, but you're not like getting ripped on the way here.
I exercise.
Like you are ripped, but like nothing about the car drive made you ripped.
You're right. I see what you're saying there. I don't know how Jack got involved.
You know how I feel about words that have multiple meanings?
I know. It's so confusing. I get you.
Very, very confusing.
Anyways, I'm going to try to level out this episode, but maybe my enthusiasm is actually going to be a positive thing. And I'm just going to be like, every second is like a heightened experience for me. I'm living life on the edge. Just saying.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Look at my eyes.
No.
I'm telling you the honest to God truth. I've never been more riled except for like every other week, but I'm feeling exponentially more riled right now.
Yeah. I just have to say.
Okay, start there.
Alex is wearing sweatpants.
I was thinking about it too.
And it's like a nice cozy vibe. And I'm also wearing sweatpants because my clothes don't fit me anymore. So when in doubt, wear your airport clothes.
Yeah, well, look at me. I'm wearing a sweater 2 sizes too big. And my pants are falling off my butt. It's better to be loose and saggy. Like you don't like last night I wore tight pants for the first time in 2 years and I'm still regretting it. Skinny jeans. Yeah, I'm still regretting it. I'm still uncomfortable based on
I don't ever want to think about the feeling of a pair of jeans hugging my calves.
It was horrible. And also they were like tight on the ankle. They didn't even go down.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. It was so bad. I was so bad, and I was eating spinach artichoke dip at the table, and I was like, "This isn't conducive to skinny jeans."
But spinach is conducive to skinny. I feel
spinach artichoke dip.
Forget the cheese and the cream. Spinach.
Yeah, that's true. So since I had spinach in the dip, everything's good.
Everything's okay.
Okay, cool. So Aleena, like, what's new with you? Was anything actually new?
Oh my gosh. No, because I'm living in a loop.
Oh, totally. Nothing has actually changed. No new ideas.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's no much more that I can, like, explain to my son about, like, what's going on in the house. They say you're supposed to talk to your kids about everything you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a funny thing to do because I'm like, it's such a rabbit hole.
Wow, Aleena. You've been hanging out with me too much.
I know. Of like, you're like, oh, okay. And this is the dishwasher.
So do you have a voice that you use for him?
No, same voice.
Okay, it felt like that was different. It felt soft and high.
Yeah.
No? Okay.
But it can just go so many different ways, you know? You'll be like, this is the dishwasher. We didn't grow up using a dishwasher.
Wait, why are you starting there?
But it's like
You don't need to give your backstory.
it could go so many different ways.
No, but you're narrating. Don't tell Alex. He doesn't know. You're narrating what you're doing. You're not giving the historical reference to every piece of machinery.
That's what I do.
No. They didn't say in the books, tell your baby about every machine and how it began.
That's
they
where
said,
I go.
They said, tell your
Sometimes
baby what you're doing.
I hit a wall and I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know the history.
Do you know the history of
And
any
I go,
machine?
Well, we'll save that for another time. And over here is the paper towels.
Now, the history of the paper towel started in 1963 when
Now, I
someone
prefer
said,
Bounty paper towels, but they're very expensive.
wait, really? You're going into that? That's interesting.
We use them to dry. It's a spider web of.
You're having like full on like conversations with him as if he's like fully formed, like brain wise.
Yeah, like I'm picturing
That's
him
fun.
asking me a question and then I'm responding, but he's asked me nothing.
Right. I'm saying it's fine to speak to him like a human, like not baby talk, but it's funny to be like, this is the question he's gonna have. And mother, which Howell brand do you prefer?
Yeah, he doesn't know about brands yet. He doesn't even know there's more
I'm
than one
trying
option.
to anticipate for him.
I
You
see,
know,
I
like
see.
help him out. What's he thinking? He's probably wondering what brand I like most. Here you go. But like I've explained everything, you know,
Already? Like in the first 3 months, you're like, damn, I have nothing else to say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see, because you're just doing the same thing over and over again.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like motherhood is like an infinite loop of being between like, oh my God, this is what, you know, just living the same routine every day, but it's kind of different. And I'm also extremely sad that you're going to be a little bit bigger in a week.
So you're
2
sad
weeks.
he's growing up. You're sad.
Oh my God, I'm so sad. Like, I'll just look at him and I'll just start crying and I'll be like, this is the smallest you're ever going to be. Just like that.
Oh God, I was so happy for every new day to come.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah, one of my friends was like, I'm going to miss my baby so much. I was like, no. There was never a day that I was like, oh, I can't wait to go back to that day. I can't wait for her to be that size. No. Every new day was like, oh, she's getting a little bit bigger. I'm so fucking happy. More better things to come. No, there was no part of the baby stage that I was like, oh my God, I'm so happy you're this small. You can't do shit. I love just wiping your ass and doing nothing with you. No.
That's me.
Now I'm like living my dream. Like now I'm having the time of my life.
You know
like now we're doing fun shit. Now I'm actually talking to her. She's talking back to me. Now she says dishwasher. I put the shit in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
She knows. I found one of my dad's glasses outside. He leaves shit in the neighborhood. I don't ask me why. It's an old man thing. I found a glass outside. I pick it up and she looks at it. She knows it's dirty. She's like, dishwasher. And I'm like, fuck, she is smart as hell. Smart as hell. So now it's like an actual conversation. She's like, Mom, what brand are you getting? Towels. She knows.
I'm not thinking about
Cascade pod.
No, we don't use that in our house.
Bounty.
Alex, you know me. Yeah, I'm making my own soap for the dishwasher.
I don't think about, I'm trying to tell myself, oh, it's going to be great because then he's going to be a toddler. But like, I'm just going straight to like, he's going to be a grown man.
Oh, you're going baby, move the house.
Yeah,
Move the house.
there isn't
Move the
any
house.
there isn't any in between, and I'll just like he's just like smiling at me and I'm like I'm just losing it. And then I'm like and then you know what I do?
What do you do?
I'm so tired all day.
Oh, yeah.
Sleep deprived. And I finally put him in his bassinet.
You do.
And you know what I do?
Sit there and stare at him.
Stare at
Yeah.
the video. I'm like, all I'm thinking is, I can't wait to put him down so I can just get like a couple hours of good sleep on my back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not sitting upright for once.
Or twisted. Oh man.
And
that
was
was
a dinosaur. Why did I think a dinosaur?
It's just who you are.
Anyway. And then my eyes are just peeled. I can't stop staring at him. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? I'm just staring at him, smiling. And all I wanted was this moment to myself. But all I want to do is look at you, breathe.
Can I tell you something that happened to me yesterday?
Yeah.
I did the same fucking thing. I was putting Way to sleep and I couldn't wait to get up, and I go downstairs, I make my snack and I look at Corbin and I'm like, I'm going to go back in. And he goes, why? I'm like, I think it helps her sleep better. I'm just going to go right back in. He's like, you've been trying to get out of there for like an hour. And I was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to go right back in. I'm just going to lay there. And when she's ready to get up, she'll get up and I'll just be right there with him.
Yeah. I've totally done
that.
That
doesn't stop.
And then at the 15-minute mark, go to sleep. And then he wakes up in 20 minutes. So I got 5 minutes.
I know. I know. And you're like, I just did that to myself.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a funny problem. Oh, but I do think that there's a level of like pure fucking joy when you're watching your child sleep. You actually, I'm convinced of it. It's when you love your child the most out of the entire day, because they're sleeping and they're like in their most angelic form and they're just breathing and like they have that baby scent and you're just like staring. And in those moments I'm like, oh my God, I'm never gonna love anyone more than you.
Yeah. I prefer him awake.
Okay, fine. To each their own. Just fucking wait. When he starts talking back to you, you're gonna be like, can't wait for you to go to sleep.
It's true.
No, we'll see. No, it is just like they're just so peaceful. It's more of like a peaceful thing. You're almost like, and sometimes when your children does something, you're envious of whatever they're doing. And sometimes when she's so peacefully asleep, you're just like, oh man, that looks beautiful. I'm so tired. I want to peacefully sleep. Alex, are you trying to say something?
Do you guys ever like leave them alone?
No.
Like when do you start just like leaving them alone?
Like
only when I come up here.
Like with no supervision.
Yeah, like when do you just leave them in their room in the
leave
crib?
them in their room?
Yeah, like in the crib. Like you're like, all right, just hang.
Like asleep or awake?
Either.
I don't think I would ever leave my baby alone in the room in the crib. Like that just seems rude.
Yeah, just, when do they start spending alone time?
Oh,
independent play.
It
depends on the baby
and the parent,
and also depends on the layout
of the baby.
Some babies aren't down for independent play.
Yeah, your baby starts shooing you out of the room.
No, sometimes your baby's like, listen, I'd like alone time. Like I'd like my separate space. Sometimes babies do that. Not my baby. I've never met Waylon to want to have some space. She doesn't like space. She likes to be strapped to me. I call her the barnacle baby. Okay. Some babies like their own personal space. I haven't met one.
Okay.
But some babies.
Yeah. I think some people, I mean, it's so different, but some people start to leave them. You have a baby monitor on them, so you're not like, they're not completely alone.
I forgot about that invention.
Yeah.
Just like leave them and close the door.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't imagine closing the door. It's crazy. To each their own.
Yeah. Do you not have a camera?
No, I don't have a camera.
You're the camera.
No, I don't. I don't have a camera. You know I don't do cameras on my baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fucking serious.
Yeah.
Because a baby monitor, somebody will hack it and watch your baby?
No, I don't want a camera on her.
Okay.
I don't want her to have an awareness that there's a camera on her. Like, I don't want her to know.
It's actually pretty creepy. Like, imagine if you were asleep and you just looked up in the corner of your room.
You're like, am I in prison?
And you're like, someone is watching me to see if I'm asleep or
and
not.
all babies figure out that they're being watched. It's crazy. They'll look at the camera.
When he wakes up, he just looks at it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
The baby camera?
Yes.
Oh my God.
yeah.
So babies are afraid of the baby camera?
They're not afraid. They're just like, no, they're being watched.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're just like superstars. They're like,
is this live?
yeah.
Can my mom see this? No, it's pretty funny. But do you want to talk about Alex? Because you had him top on the list.
Oh, yeah, I feel like this was like a missed thing last week because it was just like, Alex has braces?
Yeah. No, I know.
I just have to say, before,
Alex.
Food in my teeth.
We're going to bleep that. Yeah? You were just going to say?
I forgot. I was going to say something about the bleeping, and then my mind went, okay, Alex's braces.
Yep.
I'm so proud of you, Alex. You're really like rocking them.
Thank you.
Well, what other 25-year-old male could rock braces
Thank you.
confidently as you are?
Thank you. I'm bringing them back. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
I feel like you didn't like when I saw you, you didn't
I didn't do the lip
It
cover.
didn't take over your whole personality.
Thank you.
Or your whole face.
Thank you. I got a big face, so
Well, he has
hard.
a big mouth too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a Julia Roberts mouth.
But I'm also trying not to do the thing where people like cover their like
Yeah, they
teeth
try
with
to
their
cover
lips.
it. You're just like owning it.
Yeah, there's not much
And I
else you can do.
think it's good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I
it
appreciate
almost
that.
looks like Invisalign.
Especially the top is clear.
Yeah.
The top is the clear part. The
I
bottom
was a
is
little
metal.
bummed that you didn't do the black band per my request, but
Right,
like,
right. To look like my teeth were rotting out
yeah,
of their mouth.
yeah.
Okay, you guys, I did that, so let's stop it here.
Yeah. Stupid choice.
Okay, I saw it in Cosmopolitan. We all know that, and that's what they said to do, and I did it.
Oh, but we have photos of you in high school, and you looked more like kind of like edgy, gothy.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
You guys,
yeah.
I thought I was kind of very like peachy, cool, bright.
No, I
No?
feel like the photo that we saw of Sarah when we recorded at your pod, like of you in prom, I was like, oh, okay. She kind of was like,
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
She
There's
had-
a prom picture of me up in my house?
yeah, right?
Yeah, you were on someone's back.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
And I
was I
like,
wearing a white
okay, Had an
dress?
edgy, cool girl.
I don't know. Was it your wedding?
Yeah.
No, I did have a white dress though one time.
Really?
Oh, I think I had 2 different white dresses. Enough about me. I was gonna say too about Alex when he walked in. Let's make this about Alex. He looks very young today, like very youthful. I don't know if it's the braces.
It's the haircut.
It's the,
Oh,
it's
it's the
the
haircut?
hair and
It's the
shape.
sweats,
Yeah.
the shave, the hair. It's what you're
Well,
doing. It's
the first
very
time-
youthful.
It's grown out a little bit, but I recently learned how to shave with a straight
I didn't
razor.
know you had so
without.
much facial hair.
Yeah, it's just small. It's just thin. I don't know how to.
No, like you have like a full shadow.
Yeah, but it doesn't like if it grows out, it's still like thin hair, so it doesn't look like a beard.
I'd love to see full grow out from you.
Oh, don't.
Okay, I asked once.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Okay, perfect.
I'll do it. It looks bad.
Fun fact about Alex:
He'll do
dare
it.
him to do anything, and he'll do it.
$10 to get me doing anything, man.
He won't even need the $10.
No.
Yeah, honestly, just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, quick thing. The
Yeah.
spider thing on the list. Just wanted to mention this because
Yeah.
Kate so lovingly told me right before we hit record, hey, just by the way, saw a spider in here earlier and I lost track of it. So just keep an eye out.
Great. Let's scare Aleena out of the whole room.
When you see a spider, you can't lose track of it. How could you look at anything else?
No, Aleena, remember that could have been the spider that was here. Remember we had that one fan spider.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
yeah, but
let's
we
be chill.
discovered they live only a week.
Oh,
true.
you're right.
So that
you're
one
right.
is R.I.P.
Way to bring science back into this conversation.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
I'm sorry, but like, when have you ever seen a spider and been like, I'll get back to you?
Depends on the size.
Sorry to break that $5,000 camera.
Oh, okay, fair. Yeah.
Okay, you guys. I'm gonna get this boat back on the tracks.
I feel like we haven't even started the episode.
No, let's begin. Go ahead, Aleena. Let's start. Let's
You know
start
what
with
I've
you.
been thinking about a lot lately?
That's why I'm here. Is honestly to hear about it.
I've been thinking that, and it's really hard for me to like continue life
Oh wow.
or like take anything seriously, especially men.
Okay. Were you taking them seriously before this?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I just keep thinking about how everyone was a baby.
Oh my God, Aleena. Oh my God. It's so funny that you're talking about this. Yeah.
Anyone like oh my God, it's consumed my brain.
I totally get it.
I'm like, oh my God, like you I can't look at Alex the same. Like,
I know.
I'm like, he was a baby. His
I
mom
know.
was holding him in his arms. Like he was a baby.
Don't do that, Alex. I know. You know what makes it even fucking crazier?
Everyone was a baby once.
Do it with this. Do it with this. Watch sports and then imagine everyone as a baby. Because I had Waylon during March Madness. And let me tell you, when I was watching those games, I was like, these motherfuckers were babies. They're dunking basketballs. And they were all sucking on their mommy's boobies.
I know.
Like not that long ago.
I know.
Kind of long, but not that long.
I didn't even like think about.
Do it with sports. It'll drive you crazy because those are big people. Imagine big, huge people as babies.
I know.
It's a whole nother
What are
level.
you trying to say? What are you trying to say about Alex?
He's more of a small, little person.
Like, you were a baby.
I
I
was-
was a baby.
I could picture you and me as babies though. Because we're really cute and like we're probably loving our moms. I could picture girls as babies more than I could picture guys.
I'm thinking of guys because obviously I had a son.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah,
that's just where my mind is going, and I'm like, old man over there, you were a baby. You were a baby.
So you're almost laughing at people.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get
What
it.
were you gonna say, Al?
Podcasting with baby yous would be so cute. Just like sitting in and the two of you are like 5 years old.
Well, that's not a
Well, that's
baby,
not a
Alex.
baby.
That's a baby. That's a
No,
baby.
So you haven't had a baby yet. You
That's
don't
not
get
a
that.
baby.
That's a full-on fledged
That's a
kid.
toddler.
Okay.
Isn't it even not even a
Still
toddler?
a
That's not a toddler.
baby.
That's past toddler. If
Still-
you're in school, you're a child.
Okay. Yeah, but you have like people being like, "Oh my God, you're 18. You're such a baby. You're 20. You're
That's
such
what
a
everyone's
baby."
saying
you're
to
being
Alex.
condescending of adults. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Adults do that shit on younger kids.
Yes,
So
yeah,
that's just
yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
But speaking about like
Shut down.
Alex, we talk about older people like remember we
Swing and a
literally
miss.
No, Alex, we literally had this conversation like me and you being like, I hate when adults don't take kids seriously.
Okay. Don't put my words back in my
No,
mouth.
I said that. You're not even remembering what I said.
Okay.
But when I think about kids, I always think about kids say the darndest thing. And I always do feel like kids should be given mics.
The darndest thing.
Darndest. Because they're so entertaining. I mean, I'm entertained by children because they do say the darndest things.
What are you saying? Darndest?
Have you never heard of the show Kids Say the Darndest Things?
Darnest.
Oh, is this darndest? I think I'm right.
You're right.
It's darndest. Yeah.
Okay, this whole time you're just like calling me out, and I'm like, no.
Darndest. Yeah. What is that?
But you've heard the show.
I've literally always said darnest my entire life.
Okay, well now you.
Well, not when I was a baby and I didn't talk. Because I was a baby once.
Did your mom talk to you?
No, they didn't have those philosophies back in the day.
Okay.
Bill Cosby hosted that show.
Yes,
Oh.
I think there was a couple different hosts, but
Okay.
Can you give me the spelling of darndest?
DARNDEST.
So there is a D.
darndest?
Wow. I'm so embarrassed for myself. Like, I went around saying darnest and no one...
Honestly, if you say things quick enough, no one's gonna give you shit. That's what I do with this podcast. If I just keep talking, no one's gonna think what I said 5 minutes ago. They're gonna be thinking about what I said just now.
Yeah, but I'm not a fast talker.
That's why we both need each other, because you're gonna stop me and I'm gonna keep you going.
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought about something with motherhood. I want to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always think of my life as BC and AD, you know, like before kids and after kids. Big chaptering moment for me.
EK.
But you know, that's how we break up time in the universe. So it's like, that's how I break up time in my life.
Just Jesus, but like, not the universe.
Doesn't everyone do that? I was thinking about this and I thought about like myself in my 20s because I feel like when you're in your teens and your 20s, this is how I felt. Like I was doing things for short-term gain. Like everything was about like instant happiness, instant pleasure, instantly I was going to make myself do something that's good in the moment. And what I feel like now in motherhood is everything is the long game. Like everything I'm doing, I'm trying to like have it matter a year, 10 years, 15 years, 50 years from now. Like everything that I did in my 20s was like, well, how am I going to feel good 1 minute from now? And I thought about like how when we're growing up and we're in our teens and our 20s, it's both like a blessing and a curse that like we put so much emphasis on this time in our lives as like the best time in our lives when it's literally like 1/10 of our lives. Like you live as an oldie way more than you live as a youngie. And we don't give a shit about the oldies. We're like 50, yuck. I'm working right now to be like, I'm fucking kick ass in my 50s. Like
Yeah.
20s, I was basically trying to kill my 50-year-old self.
I know.
I got to my 30s and I was like, we got to build this 50-year-old back up. She's dying slowly.
Yeah.
You know? It's just
We all get a
interesting.
grace period.
But like, I was kind of going back and forth between like, is that what your 20s are for? Or should I have put in more longevity work for my happiness? Like, my happiness in my 20s wasn't as solidified because I wasn't working on anything long term, it felt like. I didn't have like long term goals maybe in my 20s. And so everything was very short lived and everything was very fleeting.
Yeah.
And like then you have children and you want to like build this foundation.
Yeah.
And I'm always looking back to be like, should I have built a stronger foundation in my 20s?
Not possible.
No. Feels like you really built a good foundation in your 20s. No?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think you have to like embrace that your 20s were that way so you could get it out of your system so that you felt good in your 30s to care about everything that you're going to do for the next 20 years.
I guess, but did you have those thoughts in your 20s of like, I guess like what I feel is
But
the
I think
conversation of the 20s being the best time of your life when it's like,
no, they say the 30s are your best.
that's because the people are 30.
No,
So-
they really do, because like you're more financially stable, you have yourself figured out a little bit more. You're like just getting to know yourself in your 20s.
Totally, but no one in their 20s is like, can't wait for 30. I've
Yes,
never
they
heard
are.
that. Well, Alex? That's right. Kate, are you guys dying
You
to
know
get to
when
your
they
30s?
are? When
No.
they're 29.
Yeah. So they spend 1 year in their 20s being like, so excited for 30.
Yes.
I don't even know if it's excited. It's probably just like, okay, I guess I
it's
gotta
here.
accept it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's cope. It's cope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that like
Sorry, I have my train of thought. It's
I'm
me.
saying
me.
it's I guess it's just interesting to me that I was like very short-term game, no long-term goals. Like everything felt like I was happy just for the moment instead of happy long-term.
Yeah, but imagine if at like 8 you're like, I can't eat these gushers.
Not 8. Well, I never would have eaten a gusher, Aleena. That's crazy. And not 8. I just mean, but again,
But
it's not like
20s is the same infantile age. That sounded weird.
yeah, an infantile age. I get you. No, I see what you're saying.
Listen, I think that we can always live in a state of, I should have done this then. And I think that that's just being mean to yourself.
Yeah. It's not even I don't even know, like it's not the perception of like I wish I would have done something different. I think it's just interesting to me how much more emphasis I want to put on all the other decades of my life, and like it doesn't feel like there's any emphasis on those decades when you're younger. Like it feels like 30's dead and 40's been in the coffin for 10 years.
There is a little bit of an emphasis in the sense of like your parents tell you like don't eat a lot of candy because you'll get cavities and you want to have good, like it's just like what?
That's the reference. Cavities.
Yeah. It's
okay.
personal to me.
Okay.
So like you did, but like you can't in your 20s you got to live in the moment.
Okay.
I feel like you're regretting your 20s, and
It's not so much about regret. It's more about saying like, do you feel like there's emphasis on the later decades of your life? Because I don't.
I do in the sense that like in your 20s you work out,
But are you doing it to feel good in your 50s? Because in my 20s when I worked out, it was just so I could look cute in a bikini that weekend.
No, yeah, you don't do it for that.
Yeah, I just mean like I don't feel like there's a discussion of like it feels like you live and die for your 20s and 30s maybe, and like then the rest of your life what is just pish posh? I've just been thinking about that since I'm an older bag and I'm getting on the opposite side of 35. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is all the other years, all the other decades, like what do they feel like? What does it look like to build a life for those years?
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll contemplate this as I dream later tonight. Who's Connor? Alex, Connor, baby.
Well,
Yeah?
you just gave away
Oh,
the third point.
okay, start with the third one
I'm
then.
just kidding. It's actually corner.
Oh, okay.
And what I wanted to say was, I think you brought this up, and it's been freaking me out lately because I'll be looking at my son and he'll start smiling and laughing like just yonder, like past my eye line. And like the amount of times that I go, what are you smiling at over there? What do you see?
Oh, yeah. I did.
I'm like, there's gotta be
I know.
something
It's
there.
so freaky.
I'm always like, corner of your eye.
Yep.
What's going on?
Well, babies live on the cusp, right? So they're like just coming from the beyond. So that's why.
What does that even mean?
It means they were just living in an alternate reality. God knows where.
Corner of the cusp beyond?
Like they were just living beyond. So they have a closeness to like maybe ghosts. They just became a person.
Oh.
They're closer to the other world than we are. So that's why I feel like babies potentially could see things we can't.
Interesting.
They're still, and they can't, and why babies can't talk is because they're not allowed to communicate that yet to us. So they can't speak to tell us the motherfucking secrets from the unknown. Makes sense. And by the time they learn
You're
to
not
talk,
making me feel better.
by the time they learn to talk, they're like, fuck, I can't remember. It's kind of like PP, postpartum. They have postpartum baby brain. They can't tell us the secrets of the unknown.
It's like those toddlers that are like, in my last life, like
Exactly.
I was a pilot.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Some lady who blah, blah, blah has been talking to me, and it's like, that was your grandma.
so creepy. So yeah, that's like how I explain it to myself. They're obviously seeing things we can't see.
Yeah.
We have to get used to that.
Yeah.
They're talking to ghosts. Okay, fine. I accept it. At least they can't tell you. You just have to think about it.
Okay.
So yeah, the prince is seeing things.
It's very, very scary.
Yeah, I know. But at least he can't tell you. At least he can't tell you. It's only scary because like that's what's happening. But like imagine if he could actually verbalize to you.
Yeah, I know.
What's happening?
I know.
It would make it,
I know.
It would make it so much worse.
I'm just going like, oh, I gotta watch my back.
Oh yeah, you do
I
have
gotta
to
watch
watch
my
your back.
fucking back.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to cross over and involve you in the physical plane, but he is smiling at people you can't see. Hopefully they're making him laugh.
And hopefully they feel very welcome. And
They feel
at peace. I hope you feel welcome.
They feel so welcome.
And I like hope you know that I like you, and like I only wish good things for you.
Yeah, well, they're crossed over, so it's like they don't need any good things. They've already done it.
Yeah, but they could right on back.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah?
To tell me, or my mom used to tell me that I would talk about like seeing angels when I was a baby.
Okay.
But she said that it was because I talked at a really young age, like 2 or something, and I would like tell her like, yeah.
Kate, don't say this to Aleena right now when she's in the mist. Kate just said that she talked to angels, and we can't tell Aleena this because now she's going to be thinking even crazier thoughts.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd be like, yeah, babies, they be looking left and right. It's fine. No.
No.
You were like, they are looking at beings,
Yep.
and they are there.
Yeah, that's a positive about being a baby. They get to communicate with us. They get to communicate
At
with
least
us.
you saw angels.
Yeah,
We don't know.
My mom said I was like talking to someone in the back seat once, and my mom was like, "Who are you talking to?"
See, that's what I won't be able to take. I won't be able to take imaginary friends. My son
You
cannot
had
have.
so many imaginary
I
friends.
know, but my
Don't-
son cannot have them.
Okay.
He cannot have imaginary
He's
friends.
a firstborn. I don't think firstborns do that. Thirdborns, you needed more friends.
That's true.
And firstborns, he's gonna be like fucking surrounded. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
He's gonna be like, I don't even have time for my imaginary
Exactly.
friends. Cancel my plan.
Exactly. Your thirdborn's gonna be trying to play with all the other older
Yeah.
kids, and they're gonna like leave him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why thirdborns. I'm sure Corbin had so many imaginary friends too.
Yeah, but that would really mess me up. Like, how did my mom not get scared that I was talking to Sean Connery? Like, how was she not like?
Maybe she actually thought you were
Maybe-
talking to Sean Connery. I mean, you were alone in your room on the phone. You could have been talking.
I know,
to
and he
anyone.
was a heartthrob
Totally.
for their generation.
And she was like, "Good for her. She's getting him on
Yeah.
the phone. She got his number.
Yeah.
So maybe she was excited for you.
Yeah.
Look at it that way.
I have to tell you something else.
Please do.
Okay. And like this is gonna be like really, but like
Is it going to be weirder than you thinking Little Prince was talking to ghosts?
it's full circle for us.
Oh my
okay?
God.
So I just realized fairly recently that the so-called braille that I talk about
On your
on
nipples?
the areola,
Yeah.
milk doesn't come out of there.
Wait, no, you didn't realize that's just now. Wait, what? Well, I thought we
Like, in the
we had this discussion. We said milk does not. Okay, so okay. So to circle
So-
back,
I thought that all the bumpy braille was there to squirt milk.
that's insane.
That's how I've talked about it
It's insane.
for a long time.
That's one of your craziest thoughts. What did you think the nipple
And-
was for?
What is
just like-
nipple? Oh yeah.
Just to whack?
I thought like the head of the spray was from there, but all the other spores they produce
Kind of like
the
a
milk.
shower head.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
There's always one spot in a shower head where you can get most
Full
of
pressure.
yeah, and then the rest is just like,
Yeah.
it's going to take you 10 minutes to fill up a cup.
Okay.
So And when you're
Breastfeeding?
yeah, or nursing,
Okay.
you have to get like when you're new to it, like I said last week, you had to get the whole thing in there. So I thought it was like get the whole thing in there because milk is coming out of everything.
Wow.
And only now that I'm like a little bit more seasoned and like used to it, am I
Yes.
like, oh, it's just coming out of the nipple.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, I was going to say it's a surprise for most people, but I don't think it's a surprise for most people. But I was going to like soften the blow.
Did you guys know that?
Alex, does you really think about breastfeeding like this, Alex? I didn't think so.
But like you have the same braille on your nipples.
Yeah, but I would
that's just for feeling. Like,
just like I would assume it just comes from the tip.
yeah.
You wouldn't assume that all those other bumpies were there for a reason?
I mean, maybe they would like leak out of them slightly, but I would assume that most of it comes from the tip of the nip.
And if you were sitting there and someone was teaching you how to put that thing in a baby's mouth,
I'd call the police.
and they said you have to get the whole thing in there,
I would assume that the whole thing.
you would assume the whole thing
yeah,
was.
I would.
I
Was-
did not.
I would assume.
I never
I would
assumed
assume what you think. The shower has one has more.
Yeah.
The rest is a little bit.
Kate?
You can't ask Kate. She doesn't have a mic. It's like it's her first day.
She's been
Thank you.
talking?
No, I know.
I think I knew it came from the nip, but I'm not like 100% certain. But I think that's where I was leaning towards.
I just can't believe I've been like talking about the braille so much, but the braille has no purpose.
But it's honestly crazy to me. Like, when did you figure this out?
like a few weeks ago.
Okay, that's pretty wild to me that you're just now figuring this out like that many months in. Because you've even been there's a lot of different ways you can figure that out. Like, I understand what you're saying because when you are taught to breastfeed, you smash your boob, you smash it, you guys.
Yeah,
and
I'm like the
shove
whole
it into
thing's
the
got to
baby's
be in
mouth.
there, and I can't see like the same way you were like Corbin.
Yeah,
Tell me what the stream is like.
Yeah,
I don't know what the stream is like once it's there.
I know. There's a lot of like you're unsure, and
And when it starts coming out, the whole thing starts to get lubricated. You don't know what spore it's coming from.
I think like for me, I could feel it. Like I could feel that it was coming out of just my nipple and not the
I
surrounding areas.
I thought you were sandpaper tits.
I was sandpaper tits,
So
but
you had feeling?
well, in the beginning for sure, until that braille got rubbed off.
The
Well,
bump.
the braille was my
I don't
loss
have
of-
much braille anymore.
No, the braille's gone. There is no more braille. Say goodbye to any bump on your tit. Is the flattest, smoothest surface you'll ever touch on your body.
Yeah. The braille.
The
is
braille,
gone.
the braille is the pain. Once the braille is gone, smooth sailing, baby. You're flying high.
Yeah, but the braille I think is like more like it's like what you think of when you think of a nipple.
No.
Okay.
When I think nipple, I think the pointy part. I think the people will agree with me on that one. I think most people, when they hear the word nipple, they think, boop. They don't think, dude.
Huh. Alex?
So the little bumps around your nipples are called Montgomery glands, and
Alex.
they do secrete stuff, but they secrete this. What's it called? They secrete
Colostrum?
a fluid that keps the nipples lubricated.
They never are kept
Oh,
lubricated.
that
I'll tell you right
makes
here, right
sense
now.
for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, the science matches up then. Yep. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, but apparently it also aids in breastfeeding. Keep them soft and lubricated, aiding and latching for breastfeeding.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't work for mine, but maybe I should
Pregnancy
someone.
hormones often cause Montgomery glands to become more prominent.
Yeah, and then they disappear because
Gotcha.
they're rubbed off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
prominent
yeah.
as in like wider and flatter.
Don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have them.
Yeah. You do have them.
You're right. But I haven't had the experience of lubricating them up and putting them into a child's mouth.
Yeah, that's
Yep,
true.
Yep. I wanted to say this because I've been thinking about it a lot. Wow, it's like a really big lead up for nothing.
Okay.
Remember the earthquake episode?
Yeah.
It was like actually really obvious that I was with child with the way that I got up.
Did you go back recently and watch this?
No.
Oh.
No. You think
Oh.
I'm just watching all
What?
footage?
I can't picture it in my head the way that you popped up.
When you like
Honestly, Aleena, you got up so quick. I would say the opposite.
No, I got up like I was with child.
But you were already out the front door before me and Alex even left the room. So to me, that just screamed, that's the fastest anyone's ever moved in my life. That lady's not pregnant. Pregnancy to me, get up
Yeah,
is
that's
this.
true.
Is this.
No, but it was like, let me look at it. We posted frames of us getting up.
My gosh.
A mutual friend of mine was like, it was really obvious. And I was like, oh, you're right. It was pretty obvious.
Okay, a mutual friend. Who is that, Alex?
Yeah, mutual friend. That's not a friend, just a mutual friend.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Who's the friend? Call him out. What were they trying to say? What were they trying to say? Aleena, hey, you looked really big? What were they saying?
No, they said like, you know, when you're pregnant, you have a certain way you move.
Sure. Yeah, but like, I feel like that's a very pregnant person. That's not like a generally... I don't know. I wouldn't say that you
We'll have
necessarily
to
look
play the
pregnant there.
footage.
It was I don't know, Alex. That's crazy. The episode would be nope, can't see it. It was August 13th though. It was August 13th.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't have said that about you because honestly, if we would have felt that, we wouldn't have posted those pictures.
But like, I wouldn't have been able to do this pose.
But no one is able to because I'm an athlete, Aleena. I perform at high levels and I run a 6-minute mile. So not everyone can have that kind of skill, that kind of leap.
All right, you don't have to shut me down like that.
I'm just trying to more back you up. Like you didn't move pregnant. You moved fucking fast as hell. Me and Alex were talking about it for like literally hours after how fucking quickly you moved. Not only did you jump out of the bed quickly, there was tons of wires and cameras in your general vicinity.
I know.
You hopped
But
over those
it was
and were out of the
it
room.
was that maternal instinct to protect my child.
It was
from drowning
It was totally that,
in
but
the
the
Titanic.
speed. I'll never get over it. I couldn't even move past one camera fast enough, and you got past 2.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Do you want me to text the person who said that to you? Like the audacity.
No. It wasn't meant with
Malice.
distastefulness.
So you agree? You felt like you were kind of
Yeah. Oh, for
lumbering?
sure. For
Right?
sure.
No, honestly,
What I also think is funny is they were like, these blankets, like,
yeah.
it was cold in here.
No, we've said this. Like it was, we couldn't act that it was cold. Like it was cold. So we
was
got the
cold.
blanket, and then you also happened to be.
And
not
then I
much pregnant.
happened to be like growing.
Yeah.
But when we first started in the blanket, it wasn't really that obvious. Then towards the end, obviously, it got obvious.
But I would say, like, for you as a pregnant person, like, you were very demure, very mindful.
Thank you.
You were not showing pregnancy signs to me up until, like, literally the day you left. I was like, oh my God, she's
I
pregnant.
think like 7 months. 7 months is when it like I started to look pregnant. Because yeah, even like our neighbors, they saw me for the
Just
first
waving.
7 months, and they were like, had no idea.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like right before I was about to give birth, they're like,
And also, like, a compliment to you, you never complained. You never were like, oh my God, I'm dying, I'm pregnant. Oh my God, I'm too hot. Or oh my God, I'm too tired. And not that you shouldn't complain, because I did it every day. And if I got the opportunity, I was complaining. So like everyone do themselves and complain too. But Aleena never complained. There was never like this thing of like, I'm throwing up. This food sucks.
well, that's just, I had like no symptoms.
No, I know. But that
The only thing I did have was I was extremely sleepy. And if you watch the older episodes where I was yawning
yeah.
when you were talking, it was because I was super.
It wasn't that.
It wasn't
I
that
was
you were
saying
boring.
uninteresting.
Or like you tired me out or anything.
Yeah. No.
It was just that I was so pregnant.
Yeah. No, I think you did a really good job.
Okay.
We're rewatching it back.
You want the
What
footage?
did you think?
Oh no, I haven't watched it.
Okay,
It's
we're
bad.
gonna live watch it?
All I saw was you guys go like that. So I haven't
I
watched.
feel like it's like how a pregnant person would get up.
Okay,
That's
okay.
all I'll say.
Okay. This was
That was the comment you said.
episode. This was
But I
episode.
love to repeat things.
This was episode very demure, very mindful.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, swear to
Wow,
God.
that's weird.
124.
That's. I feel kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, earthquake. Oh shit.
I don't know if you look pregnant there to me. Do it one more time.
Okay.
Like, I could not be going slower.
What would you?
Oh my God, you guys.
Oh, earthquake.
Earthquake.
Oh shit.
I think it's more like maybe I could understand what the person is saying in movement, but like to me, my
I had to
understanding
use
is
the bed
so,
to get
you're going
myself
so
up.
quick.
Yeah, prop yourself
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
I had
think
to
it's the
like
quickness
lean
that's
on
shocking
the
me.
bed.
Yeah.
A fly just flew from your hair.
Okay, that's so mean. What are you trying to say?
I know, but it actually flew from there and then left.
I'm so glad it's gone. I'm so embarrassed for me. There's nothing worse. And I know how you
know
feel about flies.
Yeah.
And you know that the flies come around you and you're stinking.
It's like it means you haven't showered and everyone knows you smell.
No, I know. Well, I did confirm I didn't put on deodorant before I came, so it's like that one's on me. Are you trying to extend this?
I'm trying to look at you.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Well, we going to the bonus?
Let's go to the bonus.
Oh, Kate was standing up. I was waiting. I was like, wait.
Bye.